So, the series starts from a facility built on Iceland, where a scientist is shown conducting research on a virus. Suddenly, strange changes take place in his body, and he takes out a gun and shoots himself. After which the scene cuts, and we are shown our main character Dr. Swan, who is currently teaching his students about a virus present on Iceland which was still frozen in the ice. After the lecture, a senior doctor comes and tells Dr. Swan that we are unable to contact the scientist in Iceland. I am afraid that his life may be in danger there. And anyway, he had told me in his last call that he has got some very important information. We need that information at any cost. So, they decide to send Dr. Swan as well as his best friend Dr. Michael to Iceland for this project. After going there, both of them search for the doctor, who was missing at the time. But on continuing the research being done here, they come to know that the virus which was frozen on Iceland, it started spreading rapidly when it was melted for their research. It was very dangerous. Due to coming to this research facility, both of them were now infected with the same virus. With this news, they return, and as soon as they come, they are quarantined in the fear that the virus might spread from them. Due to being infected, the health of both of them was deteriorating a lot. But when no special changes were seen in their body after the test, they were sent home. Although Swan wanted to check his report himself, but the professor told Dr. Swan that it was not needed and sent both of them home. Michael met his friend as he went home, and when he was hugging her, suddenly he did not know what happened. He started biting her on the neck. But the very next second he realized that all this was just his hallucination. He was so scared of his own hallucination that he was afraid that he might harm his friend. That is why he strictly sends his friend out of his house. A little time passes, and Michael starts feeling even more changes in his body. Just like when Michael was sitting in a restaurant, he felt that he is able to hear even the sounds of a loud voice at a distance. Along with he gained superhuman sight. Michael tells all these things to Swan. Then Dr. Swan tells him that don't think so much. This is all your illusion. Look, I am also infected with the same virus, but I am not seeing any such changes in my body. Many days are passed, and one day Michael calls Swan to such a house where Michael did not live. Swan quickly reaches there and sees that a girl has been killed there brutally, that it seems as if someone has attacked her or some animal has attacked her. Michael was also sitting in front of him and was very upset. He told Dr. Swan that I had brought this girl home from outside to help her. The boys were troubling her there, but I don't remember what happened after that. I did not kill her. Seeing this, Dr. Swan starts calling the police. Then Michael stops him and says that in this way all the blame will come on me. Don't call the police. Agreeing with Michael, Swan returns home, but the killing keeps hunting his thoughts. So in the morning he went to the police station and reported this killing incident. And the police arrested him first for hiding a crime, and they also sent the police force to arrest Michael. Here we see Michael who starts chasing a girl on a deserted road. And when that girl reaches a tunnel, he attacks her as soon as he reaches there. And in the meantime, the police also come here to arrest Michael. To save this girl, they shoot bullets at Michael, but the bullets were not affecting Michael. Instead, he attacked the police force, but they barely caught him and brought him to the police station. After brining him here, Dr. Swan was told about Michael's entire condition. That how Michael first attacked a girl, and then when the police fired bullets at him. The bullets did not affect him, and he attacked the police officers as well. Swan now understood why all this was happening. He tells the police officer that it is not Michael who is doing all this, but the virus inside him is controlling him. After some time, Dr. Swan gets the news that not only Michael, but there are also many other people who are attacking humans. As a dentist, they are few in numbers. When Dr. Swan asks Michael about these people, then Michael says that I had gone to the dentist for treatment, and I don't know about the rest of the people. Here Swan guesses that if Michael had gone to the dentist, then surely the dentist must have also got infected with the same virus. And he must have infected other people too. That is, this virus is spreading very fast from one person to another. Now Dr. Swan himself comes to Michael and talks to him and tries to find out what is his thinking behind when he attacks or kills others. But here Michael did not tell anything to Dr. Swan. and he attacks him in anger, saying that you have betrayed me. Michael's strength was so much that Dr. Swan could not save himself. Many officers came here to save him, but they too could not control Michael. That is why he was made unconscious by giving electric shock and was taken away from here. Now the scene shifts, and we are shown a vlogger. That girl makes videos on YouTube, and nowadays, because Michael's case was going viral in the news, she herself also was investigating this case. And she needed such information for her vlog, which was not available with all the other news channels. For this, she was paying money to a police officer and receiving information about Michael from him. Now, taking the help of the same police officer, she reaches Michael's room where Michael was kept unconscious. Here, this girl talks to Michael and asks him about the people whom he killed. She asks him if you had any enmity with the people whom you killed. Hearing all this, Michael becomes mad with anger, and his teeth starts transforming into monsters' teeth. Now he was neither behaving like a human being, nor was he looking like a human being. That girl screams in fear, and many officers come here to control Michael. But Michael was pushing everyone away with just one hand. Dr. Swan also came quickly to see Michael, and he could not believe his eyes what he saw. He had big vampire teeth with which he even bites a police officer on the neck. He starts sucking his blood. Now policemen start shooting at Michael. Then Michael grabs a guard. He uses him to block the incoming bullets and tries to escape from here. Seeing Michael in such a condition, Swan starts worrying about his family, because Michael could have done anything to them to revenge Swan. That is why he takes 2 hours leave from the officer, and he goes to his family. On the way, he made many calls to home number, but no one picked up. So, he immediately called the police and asked them to send officers to his house. Meanwhile, he himself reached home where he found his son, but he could not see his wife anywhere. Suddenly, he heard a strange screaming sound. When he went upstairs and saw, his wife had also become a vampire because she had also been victimized by Michael. When Swan's wife, who had become a vampire, was about to attack her own son, Swan comes in between and kills her and saves the son. In the meantime, the police also arrive here, and they arrest Swan for the crime of killing his wife. Now Swan was in jail, but then the national security agents come there and take Swan out from there, because Swan was a scientist and he knew about the virus, which was spreading rapidly among the people through Michael, and it was turning people into vampires. Here, when the vlogger gets the news of Swan's wife's killing, she goes to Swan's house and creates a documentary which opens up another aspect of this case. Michael, who was killing all the people, was a scientist, and Dr. Swan was his friend. The national security agents wanted to ask Dr. Swan about that virus, and in an attempt to stop it, they wanted Dr. Swan's help. Dr. Swan agrees to help them, but he says that before that I want my son with me. If the national security agents were taking such big decisions, then it was clear that this virus has spread a lot. On the other hand, we see Michael again, who had gone out to hunt at night, because he had become a vampire and now he could not satisfy his hunger. He finds a girl and is about to attack her when he comes to know that this girl is blind. Because of this, he does not attack that girl and instead helps her. It was clear from this that despite becoming a vampire, Michael had a good heart. On the other hand, the agents of the national agency were trying to suppress the news in every way that people are becoming vampires due to the spread of the virus. So, they want to put the blame of every killing on Michael, and they begin deceiving the public. Here the agents of the national agency prepare a laboratory for Dr. Swan, where he will make an antidote for this virus. And here his assistant is also called for Dr. Swan. Dr. Swan was very happy to see one of his friends in such a difficult situation. Now we see Michael's friend, who had met Michael many times, due to which the virus was now infecting her as well. After suffering a little pain, she also becomes a vampire and first of all attacks her sister and sucks her blood. Here, a twist in the story is revealed that Dr. Swan also had an ex-wife, and the son that Dr. Swan had at this time was his ex-wife's. The vlogger who was investigating the whole case, and the one who had also involved Dr. Swan in this case. She goes and interviews Dr. Swan's ex-wife. During the interview, that lady demands her child and says in clear words that my child is not safe with Dr. Swan. Now, under the pressure of the public, Dr. Swan has to meet his ex-wife, but he could not hand over his son to his ex-wife, because his ex-wife was not in good mental state at all. Here Michael also comes to know about what was happening with Swan, that Swan's wife has been died. His ex-wife is demanding her son from him, and Swan is very upset these days. Michael feels that at this time he should be with Swan because from childhood till now, both of them used to be together in everything. Michael was coming to meet Swan. That the agents of the national agency notice Michael, and they call the entire security to catch him. Here the agents of the agency had also brought Dr. Swan, so that Michael could be trapped through Swan, but by the time they reached the location, they found the dead body of their own officer in the nearby jungles instead of Michael, who was definitely killed by Michael. Swan knew that Michael must be hiding somewhere here. The agency agents plan to kill Michael, so Swan goes to the side and quickly tells Michael while calling, "Run away from here. These people want to kill you." Michael runs away from there, and the agency is left with nothing. Now, the agency agents were getting angry at Dr. Swan because he was involved in Michael's escape, but till now they did not have any proof, so the agency agents give Dr. Swan another chance and give him only 24 hours to find Michael. We see here that the guard of Dr. Swan had also become a vampire. As he attacks Dr. Swan's assistant inside the laboratory, that guard is killed to save Dr. Swan's assistant. And this shocks Dr. Swan because one by one his own people were getting killed. That virus was spreading rapidly. Now Swan tells the agency agents that, okay, I will go to catch Michael, but on a condition that I will go alone. The agency agents agree to his words, and Dr. Swan goes to meet Dr. Michael. He tells Michael that this virus is spreading so fast, and humans are turning into vampires so quickly that other humans are also at risk. So it is better that you surrender yourself to the agency so that you can be treated, and an antidote can also be made. But here Michael was not ready to make any compromise with the agency. Now, when Dr. Swan and Michael were talking, at the same time, a guard of the agency fires bullets on Michael from behind. But the agency agents did not listen to Swan. They sent their guards behind Swan, and in this way, Michael felt that Swan was deceiving him once again. Thankfully, Michael was saved from that attack, and the ones who rescued him were none other than vampires, who were coming together to Michael at this time. All these vampires coming to Michael say, "You are our leader, because you are the first vampire among us. If we remain alone like this, then humans will kill us very easily. We will have to fight with humans for our survival." Michael understands what these people say, and he becomes the leader of all vampires before Swan. Swan was very angry as he reached the agency. He asked his boss that, "Why did you send guards after us?" His boss was clearly denying that she did not send any guards, although it seemed from her facial expression that she was lying. A little while passes when the same boss starts going home. She dies in a car explosion, and vampires were behind all this too. As soon as the boss dies, a general is sent to lead this agency. As soon as the general gets the command here, he gives the order to kill all the people who have become vampires. Moreover, orders are also given to kill all those infected with the vampire virus, even if they have not turned yet. Swan forbids him, saying that it is not right to do this. Here it is shown that Michael found an abandoned house and hid all his vampires there. On the other hand, General also comes to know of a place where there are some vampires, and they're victimizing other people. To rescue those people, an operation is started immediately for this, in which they sent many rangers, and Swan was also sent along with them. They also give Swan a gun for his protection, which Swan did not know how to use till date. Here we come to know that actually Michael's friend was the vampire here, who was biting everyone and sucking their blood. But as soon as the rangers arrive here, she herself starts acting as if she herself is the victim of a vampire. And all of them are rescued, whose responsibility of protection is given to Dr. Swan. Now, as soon as the rest of the rangers leave from here, Michael's friend had attacked the guard first, who was with Swan here. She sucks his blood after killing him, after which she attacks Swan too. Before she could bite Swan too, some people start shooting her from behind. Hearing the voices of the people, she first comes out to deal with them. And as she gets down from the bus, those people immediately start firing at her. To save from them, she has to run away from here. After this, these people ask Swan to take out all the people sitting in the bus, who were attacked by vampires a while ago. And they thought that these humans will also turn into vampires in a short while. That is why these mad people shoot and kill all the victims here. Now Michael also gets the news of this attack, and in response to this, Michael makes a video and tells the whole world that I am not a terrorist. And neither do I fight, nor do I consider fighting good, but the way infected people like me are being killed, I will definitely make an army to protect them. And I will protect them from humans. This video is also shown to Swan, and Swan gets very upset while National Security Agency immediately gives orders to catch and kill all the vampires. Here we see Michael's friend who somehow escaped from those goons and ran into the forest. Here she also finds some more vampires, to whom she says to take her to Michael. Here Swan gets another shocking news that his son has also been infected and he is going to transform into a vampire. He knew that if the agency comes to know about this, they will kill him immediately. That is why he hides him inside the laboratory with his assistant, and then he leaves to meet Michael. He was on his way when the agency agents caught him and brought him back to the agency, and he was shown his call history, in which he had contacted Michael many times. This included the call when Swan had asked Michael to run away to escape from the agency agents. On the other hand, we see that Swan's assistant decides to take Swan's son to one of his professors, who was a scientist and could treat him, but on reaching there, she finds out that now this scientist had also become a vampire who was about to attack them. But then Swan's assistant drives the child away from there. And finally, that vampire attacks Swan's assistant, while in the next scene, we are shown Swan's son was wandering alone in the jungles. Everyone in the agency also came to know that Swan's son had become a vampire. They also come to know that Swan had sent him away from here through his assistant. That is why they tell Swan that you will call your son and assistant back here. But he knew that they would keep his son as a test subject for their experiment. That is why instead of calling him, he himself tries to run away from here. But the security guards of the agency catch him, after which an FBI officer Nicholas comes in the story, who helps Swan to get out of the National Security Agency and frees him, saying that at this time your son will need you. Come back whenever you want. I know that you can also cure your son. Hearing his words, Swan was very surprised. Then the FBI officer said to him that, I do not consider vampires as monsters like agents of the National Security Agency, but I consider them sick and also hope that they will get well with your help. So, I am against eliminating them, whereas the agents of the National Security Agency want to kill them all. Here Dr. Swan first goes to his client's house in search of his son. He goes to the house of the same professor where he had asked his assistant to go. If there he finds the dead body of his assistant, seeing which he was deeply sad, and his son is also not found anywhere. Now he was not able to understand where to search for his son. While in the forest we see that his son calls his mother through a PCO, and his mother comes and takes him from here. The agents of the National Security Agency come to know that at this time Swan's son is with his mother. That is why they send a guard to take Swan's son. But his mother kills this guard and runs away from here with her son. Now as soon as Swan comes to this house, that is, he comes to his ex-wife's house, he sees that neither his wife was here nor his son, but there was a dead officer here, seeing which he got very upset. Now he was not able to understand whom to call. Then he gets a call from his wife. Then his wife tells him that I had run away with our son from here, but still the agents of the NSA took away my child from me. On hearing this, Swan immediately goes inside the National Security Agency again, where he sees that these agents were now catching all the vampires and their victims. They were locking them up like prisoners. He sees his son among the prisoners, and his expressions darkened, and he decides to get them out of here at any cost. Swan quickly comes inside, and when he is about to leave with his son, a vampire gets very angry after seeing him, and it is about to attack Swan by bringing out his big teeth. when the guards come from behind and stop him by firing bullets, after which the agency agents come and take Swan and his son with them. In a short while, FBI agents come inside the national agency. The FBI agents show a permission letter to the National Security Agency. They take Swan and his son from here, where Swan meets the chief of the FBI, who tells him that I want to make a vaccine to cure vampires along with you. And also, she did not want the vampires to be treated like criminals. The human inside them could die in this way. She wanted to free all these vampires as well. And she wanted to take this whole matter from the hands of the National Security Agency to gain control. Swan shares her idea that they will keep all the people who have become vampires inside a facility, where they will be treated, and because of staying in one place, the virus will not spread outside. Swan also wanted the same. Both of them had the same motive, so Swan agreed to help. However, we are now shown that vlogger, who is making documentaries and uploading videos on YouTube. Now the agents of the National Security Agency were not wanting to disclose the news that the vlogger was doing. In order to kill her, they kill her friend, and this way the vlogger erupts in fury, and to take her revenge, she also joins Michael. In the next scene, we are shown that Michael comes online and tells the whole world how the agents of the NSA are treating these people inhumanly who have become vampires. They have kept them as prisoners and also tortured. This matter gets raised so much that a press conference is held on this, where FBI chief and Dr. Swan reveal the real face of the National Security Agency in front of everyone, and Swan reveals that everything Michael said was true. He tells, instead of curing all the vampires, NSA agents are torturing them in the worst way while imprisoning. Now, this entire matter is handed over to the FBI. FBI agents free all the humans who turned into vampires. Then FBI chief and Dr. Swan go to Michael and make a deal with him, that they will not harm any vampire, but only on one condition, that all these people will take the medicine made by Dr. Swan, and they will turn themselves from vampires into humans again. Those turned into vampires themselves also wanted to make their lives normal. That is why they easily agreed to Dr. Swan and the FBI chief. The news of this deal spreads everywhere, and happiness spreads through the crowd. All the vampires are allowed to meet their families, and at the same time all the vampires also start taking the medicine made by Swan, and their condition also starts improving. The FBI agents were doing a good job, and the name of the National Security Agency had become very infamous. So here a political game is played. NSA agents start poisoning in Swan's medicine, designed to turn vampires back into human, to defame the FBI, which kills many vampires one by one, and this way all the vampires are enraged. All the vampires also go against their own leader Michael, because he was the one who had made this agreement. Along with this, they also started going against Swan and FBI. When the death toll rises due to Swan's medicine, this case is taken from the hands of FBI. Agents of National Security Agency start catching vampires again, and this way Swan's son and ex-wife are also caught again. Here the vampires also refused to accept Michael as their leader, and the new leader ordered to kill Michael, and also gave the order to kill all the people related to Michael. Here they also wanted to kill Michael's friend, but Michael's friend clearly refused, saying that she has no relation with Michael. She was such a selfish girl that she left her partner to save her life. Now, before she could go from here, her sister comes and kills her, and says, "You are very selfish. You made me a vampire just to satisfy your hunger, and I will take my revenge from you." Saying this, she kills her. Here it is shown that Swan had found his son. He had brought him out from the National Security Agency, and he wanted to hide him from everyone, but then many vampires come here and beat Swan badly. And they take his son from here because his son was a member of the vampire community. He lies here and watches the news on TV, where he comes to know that the vampires had now chosen a new leader who was the same FBI agent, who had chased Swan out of the National Security Agency for the first time because he himself had become a vampire. That is why he did not want Swan to make any medicine for vampires. This man felt that humans are very weak, and vampires are most powerful. That is why vampires should rule over this world and humans. Here he shows everyone a medicine which had the same virus that was turning humans into vampires. And he had made many humans into vampires by feeding them this virus. After hearing all this, Swan himself felt very defeated, but now he could not do anything. Things had gone out of his hands. Time passes like this. Many months pass in tension, and now that officer, who had sent guards behind Swan to kill Michael, and who died in a car accident, the same officer comes here, and we get the revelation that that officer did not die in that attack, but the vampires had taken her out from there before the attack, and she was also infected and turned into a vampire. After becoming a vampire, she started feeling very lonely. That is why she came to Swan with the deal that I can free your son from the clutches of vampires because I am a member of the vampire community. But in return, you will create the medicine which will turn us back from vampires into humans. Because of his son, this time Swan himself agrees to make the medicine. And showing this season ends here.